rooftops on that left side, it would be probably my favorite map of all time. But anyway,
I'm
here we are in Blackheart.
I'm so with you on that mid cut, by the way. Anyway, yeah, here we are, Blackheart, Seattle Sloths versus Dallas Flat Tires. We have been blessed by the gods. The teams are on the correct side, which is not a given as of the most recent update, but we will not be confused for this map, at least, as Seattle Sloths take an early point lead and just kind of wash Dallas out of that P number 1. You see Dallas trying to figure out how to get into it. They don't even have spawns for next, which is unfortunate for them. They have to figure out how to maybe stop the bleeding a little bit and maybe flip these spawns around. Stop the bleeding, they will. They are on the time. You see that number 6 player just trying to get spawns for P2. You do have number 2 in Chernobyl, though, scouting him out. Number 6 will get him, though. And there you go, Dallas. They have lost some points on P1. They should be set up for a solid P2, at least to start.
Yeah, they're looking good so far, but over towards this front push, they kind of left this side open as 2 of them are going to spawn out towards the opposite side of the map. K3G, he's here, he gets a big kill, so, well, what you thought was going to be a good setup, they immediately got flipped out. So, Noble over towards this dub window area, he's going to find one, turn around and find another. And these Dallas players can just not get anywhere near this time at all. Jaden trying to fight his way through the front. He's going to find one. But the team from Sloth, they're just harping around this. But, well, there's a couple kills rolling in the feed. Banishable and Keg, though, they're going to be able to pair up for a couple. So, I mean, still, Dallas finally going to break forward a little bit. But, I mean, you're down by 40 points already early in Blackheart.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't count Dallas out. This is the 3rd seed in Dallas versus the 2nd seed in Seattle. These teams went into this bracket being so close. You see Dallas trying to get some time out, but I would be shocked if Dallas doesn't make a good comeback here. You see them already trying to play for P3. They are closing in on number 1 K3G. That sounds like an iPhone name. The iPhone 3G. Shout out to all my old heads. Keg. Okay, it's a keg. Anyway, listen, I'm not an alcoholic. Dallas Flat Tires have some good time here and a good setup. They have to deal with that push from the front. They do. You still have number 1 in Keg, the man of the hour. He does get cut down. Now, Dallas is all over that point. Seattle is just scouting it out, trying to pick their gunfights. But there you go. Jaden on the Chernobyl. Joke onto Noble, joke on the Banishable, joke on the Jace. That one is a little bit of a mistake, but Dallas getting some good time here, and they will take the lead. There's that comeback we were talking about.
I mean, yeah, what a way to flip the script from that P2 to P3. So, last few seconds looking like they go their way, and they're going to find some big kills on the rotation out of Joke. Roosevelt on the old time, he's going to get a kill. A little bit of a contest coming in, but that's 6 seconds, who cares? You have the rotation, you have a little bit of a lead onto this P4, and, well, they're setting up for it. These players for Seattle trying to fight their way through the front and towards P1, but Jace over towards that backside, he gets a kill, or Jaden, sorry, he gets a kill, and but immediately the trade is there from Keg. Keg trying to work his way through the side, gonna find some crispy shots, but he will eventually get shut down. Trade's good in the feed so far for Seattle, as they're going to find a big couple kills out of Banishable and Chernobyl, so they finally break their way out of time, limit a little bit of the damage as they're now in here, but the spawns, Dallas still spawning up in that backside.
Yeah, I mean, spawns, as you know, come into play so much. I mean, when you could just keep throwing bodies at it, but Dallas actually gets pushed out. Seattle's now spawning at P2. Dallas, they just have one last member in Jace onto the point, doing a good job playing his life, but does eventually get cut down. I mean, if you're Dallas, you can let the remainder of that time go and still have the lead, but I mean, you're going to be about tied as we march on over to P1 to start a new set of, or not, sorry, P number 5 here in this little corner of the map. In Dallas, they have a player on it to start, but Seattle is all over it, and they have secured spawns with a kill onto Jaden. So Seattle just, you know, looking forward, they know that Dallas is all on that side of the map, but you know, Dallas being all on that side of the map, they get the kills they need to at least take over. Now they're looking to get some spawns. It's Jaden going crazy with a 2-piece. Jace also combining to get 3 off the map on the side of Seattle. And I mean, Dallas is just doing a good job of holding this point despite not having spawns. Seattle is trying to bust on into it. You have number 5 and Jaden trying to make a Hail Mary play. It doesn't come through, so now you got to be thinking about P1, but still, that was a good hold for Dallas despite not having spawns.
I mean, yeah, it got a little bit mixy in the spawns, and that's kind of what you're gonna get from a map like this. Which there's a lot of people who don't like this map, but I love how mixy this map gets. It's just insane, especially on this P1. Just shots flying, people bouncing off walls up and down, just going absolutely ham. But onto this second P1. Seattle, they're gonna find early time, and Seattle, they found early time on this in the first P1. So I mean, Dallas trying to maybe flip that around a little bit, not give up too much time with Jaden. A hop, skip, and a jump. He's gonna find two. The time now in the hands of Dallas. Still virtually a tied game, only down by about 10 points. But these Seattle players, they do have the spawns that they want. Joke with a big two-piece. Bandits will be able to find one, make it two. So I mean, trades rolling in the feed, still good for Seattle or for Dallas. They're gonna keep this time. They're gonna keep. They get the spawns as well. I mean, they didn't really have anyone blocking back there, but I guess, the game kind of just decided, you know what, Seattle, you don't deserve to spawn back P2, and well, they're starting to fall in the feed. They're starting to spawn out in Dallas with a good hold on this P1, and they have spawns for next.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dallas is getting a little bit of a Valentine's Day gift from the game. They didn't have anybody pushed up on that side of the map, yet they, just by clearing Seattle out, they managed to get it. I mean, still a tie game points-wise, so, I mean, nobody has been able to run away with it yet, but Seattle, you definitely see them trying to get into those spawns. See Keg just trying to make anything happen, but basically just siloed there without his team. And now you see Seattle, like, they're trying to take some pretty clever routes, and there you go, Noble goes crazy for a two-piece, and number 7 will be caught out in Roosevelt. And there you go, Seattle is now gaining some momentum, at least getting the spawns. They're getting the time as they just have to deal with this final player in Jace. He goes down, but I mean, Dallas is back onto it with the reinforcements. Seattle is kicked out yet again, but getting some good time. Banishable is just shooting them as they walk through the door frame. Does eventually go down, but everybody's thoughts is on the P3, and Dallas has men on it even still.
Yeah, Dallas, they got good time on this first P3, looking to continue that success. They're up by about 20 points. So, I mean, still, like you said, no team really able to get too much of a lead at all. I mean, just kind of getting mixy on the map. Some more kills, early kills rolling in the feed. The pressure now going to be on this side, all over towards this square, as they're finally going to break their way in. So Dallas kind of forced to back up a little bit. Banishable able to shut Roosevelt down in the spawn. So spawn secured, time secured. That's a quick work on the break. Trade still rolling in the feed. Seattle still on this time. You know there's a player for Dallas back here in the back, and Jace, he's going to find a big kill. So now the spawns, I guess 5 in Jaden, he's going to spawn out. So where they got gifted on that P1, you get a player back there towards the back of the time, and you're still going to spawn out. But 3 kills going to go in the feed. Jaden getting 1 and Joker with a 2-piece, going to get them probably close to those last 15 seconds, so that's going to be good for them. The lead starting to grow just at least a little bit, but Jaden hitting a route for this P4. Noble on the old time going to shut that down, so 6 seconds going to go their way. Game's still going to be pretty close. The cruise missile coming in for Roosevelt. He's going to find 3. Chernobyl, though, he's towards the back. He's going to shut 1 down, trying to keep these spawns for his team, and that's what he does. A big kill for them to secure them those spawns. Time contested, time broken. So the cruise missile invested, and the cruise missile all for naught as Seattle with the spawns and Dallas spawning out.
Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful 3-piece on a cruise missile, but the result was maybe not what Dallas wanted, as I think it spawned Seattle members really close, all at the same time to the point, and they were able to reinforce it, and just Dallas could not contend with that at that point. They are still struggling to get a foothold onto this point. You see them just kind of rushing up the top alley of the map, maybe getting some contest time, but Seattle is just not letting this one go. This one is kind of a watch for Dallas. You might just start to be heading on over to P5. You have number 8 and Jace around that area. Now, you may be watching this lane, watching Banishable go to P1. You have the intel now, but it still manages to get a kill on the Roosevelt despite that. But Seattle has flipped them again. Seattle can close the game out here with an airtight hold. Dallas is fighting back, though. You see a crucial one-on-one win from Noble, chains that into 2 onto Jace as well, and Roosevelt goes down. That's 3 Dallas Flat Tire members sent back to their spawn. Seattle, they are 15 seconds away from ending this. Dallas is just rushing all across the middle of the map, but they're getting cut down. It's all up to Joke, and it's all up to Jaden. Scratch that. It's all up to nobody. Seattle is going to take this one easily.
They take that one with a good, I mean, that was a good chain. It was basically a tie game. I think they were maybe up by about 10, 15 points into that P4. They chained they got some probably about 25, 30 seconds on that P3. They chained it over towards that P4, hold most of that time. And I mean, again, chained it over towards that P5 to get just so much time in such quick succession. And I mean, that was a close game up until those final 3 hills.
The teams are on the right side again. Just absolute COD magic. And we already have a plant going down. A quick B plant from Noble right under Dallas's nose. And now it's a 4v2 retake. I mean, Seattle, they were just ready to play after the long wait between maps.
Yeah, I mean, they came to play. They went with an aggressive approach, and it's working to perfection. Chernobyl, he found a couple kills in that pool. He is Michael Phelps making work down there. Joke now the last man standing, 21 seconds remaining on the bomb. You know where he's at. You can just collapse around him, and that's exactly what they do. And Seattle, I mean, they made quick work of him there in that first round, and, well, they're up 1-0 after taking the map 1 as well.
Yeah, I mean, a round 1 offense is certainly a welcome start to the map. We'll see what they can do on defense, but no snipers, unfortunately, as far as I could tell, at least. But Seattle, quick work. On to round 2. On the defensive side now. Let's see what Dallas can do in response. We do have a little bit of a quick knife coming out. And we're going to the statue side, everybody. Throw your grenades over. Try to get that white van exploded. No luck. But anyway, the statue is now the front lines of an all-out war between Seattle and Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, Jace over towards this side laundry, he pushed up pretty aggressive, but he got shut down. A little bit of trades rolling in the feed from Chernobyl. He's going to shut a player down, so now it's a 3 versus 3. He's got a little bit of a stalemate between the teams right now, kind of just feeling each other out. Joke, he's sitting over back by that van, kind of just waiting, see if any of these Seattle players will over-aggress a little bit. Finally, a little bit of information. You're going to spot both these players as Roosevelt, he's going to go down. Joke, though, he's going to find 2 big kills, so now the last man standing is Keg. And he's all the way on the wrong side of the map. These Dallas players don't know it yet. They're going to hit a little bit of a rotation. Keg, he's just playing for information, kind of just, you know, trying to find one of these players, make his job half as easy. 26 seconds remaining. They're going to have to get this bomb here quick. Both these players are not looking the right direction. Noble gets one. Wow. He chows and he finds the other. They were not looking the right way. And no, he clutches the 1v2 and makes it 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that's the rule in SMD. If you ever find yourself on the wrong side of the map, just give it 15 seconds and you'll be on the right side of the map. That was incredible as Dallas peeked that middle stairway looking at statue, and their backs completely turned to Keg there, and Keg just took advantage of that opportunity and just made quick work of Dallas. I mean, so good on Dallas, or good on Seattle for chaining 2 rounds in a row. Can they do it a 3rd time? We have Seattle approaching statue yet again. A couple of bullets being traded back and forth. That was some COD time, but Jaden actually does pick up on the send. That bomb carrier goes straight down, but now at least they know that bomb is on A. Keg at least responds with Jaden. Chernobyl gets another kill as well. It's a 3v2. Dallas has the intel, but Dallas does not have the numbers. It is all up to Jace, able to even up to a 1v1 with Keg now.
Yeah, into a 1v1. He's able to get the reset as well. As the Seattle players were a little bit separate. So Keg, he has a little bit of help. He does have the bomb in hand, trying to work it towards B. Maybe they were going to meet over towards water steps, but no. A little bit of good timing out of Keg. Can kind of work through B, but now he's going to look like he's going to work back his way towards A. 20 seconds remaining. He's going to have to get on this site and plant pretty quick. You know, the more time that ticks off, the more advantage that Jace does have. So they're going to meet over towards this A point. He's going to, looking like he's going to get the bomb down, but is Jace going to check it? Yes, he does. He doesn't quite get the kill, but he knows he can just play for time. That's all he has to do. He can get the bomb down, and that's exactly what he does. Jace now trying to challenge, get the kill, and, well, he finds it. Jace plays the time to perfection. The bomb got planted, but not planted for long. And Jace with the 1v1 to get a round on the board for Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, those rounds go quickly. I mean, I'm impressed they were able to get that planned off anyway. I mean, could have feasibly turned that into a round win. But I mean, when you have a Dallas member just running straight at you, coming straight off a bomb plant, it's looking grim. So Dallas gets their first one on the board. Now a 2-1 game. Seattle once again on the defensive side. Let's see what they're able to do here. Last time we saw Keg win it in a 1 versus 2. But, you know, unless he could pull that rabbit out of his hat again, I'm sure they would prefer a cleaner victory.
Yeah, I mean, clean victories are definitely less stressful than, you know, clutching 1v2s and 1v1s, but I mean, Chernobyl, he's playing aggressive over towards his art side. He's going to jump in this art window. Got a little bit of a good timing on this rotation. He's going to spot a player. Got some shots into him, but at least you have the information that they're rotating. Keg here, he's the front man for the Seattle team. He's trying to just, you know, play this Rockhead glitch, play for some information. He is going to spot Jaden towards that top window. Some shots. More shots going to be exchanged. Can't quite find the kill through the window, but he does get some good wall bangs. Chernobyl towards these water steps. He gets stunned. He gets cut down. So now man advantage in the opening blood for Dallas. The rotation might have been a good idea, but you got to watch your backside. Chernobyl finds 2, but Jaden gets 2 of his own as well. So Keg, the last man standing. Bomb going to be planted on B. 2 players left. Oh, he's going to... Is Roosevelt going to catch a timing towards this window side? But no. He's going to work his way all the way around. They're going to try and pinch this. He only has about 30 seconds, so he's got to find one of these kills or both pretty quickly if he wants any idea of a clutch. He's going to just go aggressively towards this window side. Not going to find any kills, though. These Dallas players just playing time to perfection. More shots exchanged. No kills exchanged, but there he will finally fall, and Dallas even it up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, I mean, Keg in the same situation as last time in a 1v2, but this time just could not buy a kill, was putting bullets in them like they were target practice, but just never able to seal the deal. And eventually does go down. Dallas evens up 2 in a row. I don't know what we expected based on how hardpoint went. How could we have expected it to go any other way other than sitting at a tie game 4 rounds in? I'm sure these teams are going to try their best to keep that energy as we progress further into the map. We have a dolphin on the map, by the way. Jaden is now... Oh my god, it's an underwater battle! Call it battleship. Jaden, though, does retreat. Not in time! Chernobyl wins the Pacific Theater over here. And now, maybe a little bit of clearance to get this bomb plant as FDR himself goes down. Man, this is a really bad reenactment of World War II.
Yeah, not very historically accurate, but I mean, at least it was. I mean, call it whatever you want. Jace on the flank. He's probably gonna catch this timing, but no, he's gonna chow it. Noble turned around just in time to find that kill. So now Joke, the last man standing, he's gonna get cut down as well, and well, there you go. They all fall. Seattle, after 2 rounds straight from Dallas, they finally get a 3rd one on the board, and they maintain a little bit of an edge in this search and destroy.
I mean, those were some fun games in the pool, right? Reminds me of, like, you know, a hot summer's day. You're on your floaty. You're playing around. Somebody
Playing
dies.
Nerf battles.
Well, I mean, people don't usually die in Nerf battles.
unless you know, maybe you're a little bit weird as a kid. Not me, just, you know, hypothetical. Maybe put some thumbtacks in the tip of the Nerf darts, but listen. Anyway, we're on Dallas now on the attacking side, playing pretty aggressive as Roosevelt. He's gonna fall again. Opening blood for Seattle. They have the man advantage. Noble, though, or sorry, Chernobyl. He's going to get overpowered on that side, so now into a 3 versus 3. Banishable. He's going to spot this player. Well, they all fall pretty quickly in the feed. It is now 3-3. These teams, I mean, they're just going back and forth. I mean, like you said, I don't know what we expected anything different from that map number 1, and I mean, it's just as close as it was there as it is here.
I feel like I have to watch that one back because the exact second you said it's a 3v3, I took a look at the lives remaining and it was 0 for Seattle. So like, did they all just go down at once?
Yep, they all
That's
got cut down at the same time. They,
crazy.
I have this luck where whenever I say something, like whenever I like I say the life count or I say whatever, the opposite happens. Especially in Search and Destroy. I don't know. It's just my luck.
Yeah, I mean, call that the caster's curse. But we'll see what happens here. Dallas gets an early start with a kill on the Chernobyl. Noble, the bomb carrier. That's we got Chernobyl and Noble. Okay, that's confusing. Anyway, Chernobyl and Noble combined for 2 kills on the Dallas. FDR is the last one left, just putting bullets in anyone he can. Noble goes down, or was that Keg? Goddamn, I hate the scoreboard issues. Anyway, we've got 2 players on the side of Seattle. The bomb is down, ready and waiting for a defuse, but Roosevelt has some work to do to make it there. Eventually will be cut down from that statue player. Seattle just getting those early kills and getting the setup right away. Very hard to deal with. A very nice response from Seattle.
Yeah, more good responses. I mean, these teams going back and forth, just back and forth, back and forth. I mean, again, it's gonna which team is gonna. I think it's just gonna come down to which team can who's gonna get those 2 rounds in a row, who's gonna take that 2 round advantage, that sort of thing. And I mean, if Seattle, this is a pivotal round because if you're Dallas, you don't want to go behind 5-3. You want it to be 4-4. You want to keep yourself in this. You want to keep a fighting chance. And well, you got to do it by winning an offensive round. They're gonna heavy 4-stack this A site, pushing it up heavy towards this statue side. Banish, well, he's gonna have to back up, catching some shots through that laundry window. So he's forced to back up. Stuns and nades starting to fly. I mean, map positioning just overtaken by this Dallas side as they're eventually, or not eventually, they are gonna get this bomb planted. Jace on this head glitch, gonna spot some players, some shots exchanged, but no kills until Jace will fall. Jaden with a quick trade. Roosevelt's gonna follow up with a kill as well, so main advantage in the hands of Dallas. 30 seconds remaining on the bomb. Now Keg, the last man standing. He does have the flank and the element of surprise on his time. He's gonna find one, tries to find the second, but he will fall. These teams just going back and forth as it's 4-all going into round 9.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I saw Keg sneak up behind the 3 of them. For a moment there, I thought it was going to happen. Not able to pull it off. But, I mean, one other thing about that round, too, is Dallas planted for Seattle's side despite not having any members on that side of the map. That's confidence, I want to say. I don't know if it's confidence or a mistake.
Reverse
But
psychology.
reverse, that's absolutely right. Get in the heads of the other team. 4v4, bang out a B, it calls production. I mean, we might have to trademark that, 2v2. But thank you for interrupting me, production. I was about to make a joke, but no, your thing was more important.
Much more important. They're going to plant on A. They found their way around. I'm not quite sure how they found their way around with these Dallas players. They're kind of hugging each other towards this back spawn, just kind of playing together, playing for some trades. The Seattle player is a little separate. Noble, though, he's going to try and find something. He throws a nade, but the players are behind him. So Roosevelt's going to find that kill. Last player is banishable. He does have time on his side. 23 seconds remaining on this bomb. He can use that to his advantage. He gets a little check-in. No one spotted just quite yet. He turns around. Whoop! Shooting laser beams. Banishable finds one. He chows and he finds the second.
Oh my god.
And Seattle now on match point.
Seattle just has a knack for those clutch 1v2s right when you need them. That's the second time it's happened now to close out a round. And now
Roosevelt again.
Now we have match point for Seattle. Dallas, if they lose this, they're down 0-2 in the series. I think we know what we need to see in the chat. Can I get a hashtag blown out from all the boys watching and supporting Dallas to get them across the finish line over here? Yeah, they're gonna need it. They're choosing to go up this B side of the map. They're already shooting bullets. Now Seattle has all the intel. You see that number 3 player maybe making a play if they can wrap around maybe, or at least watching the wrap from Dallas, but there you go. Roosevelt goes down. Seattle gets 2 onto Dallas, actually. 1 up in the round count, and now you have 2 spread out Dallas members who have to try to coordinate from across the map.
Yeah, gonna have to coordinate with one another. Definitely don't want to be separated and get picked off, but I mean, you do have bomb down kind of in a favorable spot. It's easy to pick up. I don't quite know what 3 is shooting. I think he spotted him over towards water steps, so that's some good information spotted at a keg. He caught him on those stairs, so you've got at least a little bit of information. You know they're going to be working towards this B site. I mean, these teams are exchanging so many shots and not finding very many kills. Bomb eventually going to be trying planted, but the players for Seattle going to collapse around Jace. He found one with the pistol, but there is too many players for Seattle around him, and well, Roosevelt and co, they will fall. The Axis powers took the victory in the search and destroy. And well, now it is 2-0 Seattle in the series. Ticket.
Anyway, into this overload, Seattle Sloths hoping to earn themselves a lottery ticket of their own here. Just 1 map away, but you know, Chernobyl's exploding. I thought it did that in the 80s, but I guess we're having a repeat here. And Dallas is exploding the entire Seattle Sloths. Yeah, Dallas snuck an overload on us as I was being screamed at by production. You want to take this one?
That is going to be a $200 fine, sir. Pay gyms, Cash App, PayPal, whatever it is. So just keep that in mind. Noble, he found a big 2. I mean, both teams, the device kind of favored in the positioning-wise for Dallas. They're going to try and get some positioning, though, before they pick it up. Chernobyl, he's going to find a big kill, but he gets shut down pretty quickly. Jaden with a big 2-piece to get some positioning for his team. He's kind of being the front man right now, trying to find some kills, trying to find some push for his team. He's going to find one, but mid-cut, you've got a thorn in your side in Banishable. He's going to find a big 2 kills. Device now going to be in the hands of Seattle. They're going to try and push this over towards mid-cut. Banishable, now the front man. He shut down that push. Now he is the leader of their push. He shuts, oh my goodness, Joker, he found a 3-piece, shut all those players down. He eventually gets traded by Chernobyl, but the push is shut down for both sides. Both teams not really able to find too much, but Dallas is up 1-0.
Dallas still up 1-0. I gotta feel like going down 0-2 in the series is somebody's Joker origin story. I mean, Joker with that nice 3-piece, but Chernobyl is responding. Still, Dallas 1-0. The bomb is in nobody's hands so far, but you see Seattle trying to push up that side of the map, and I think they have good clearance to do so. I mean, this number 8 in Joker is going to have to pull a miracle, and no, not able to do it. It's 1-1 on the map. We have a tie game again. I mean, again, it could not have gone any other way with these 2 teams. You see both teams swarming around the new spawn location of the EMP grenade, but it looks like Seattle's going to have it again. They get 3 down on the side of Dallas, make that all 4, and they will be going over to the closest point for Seattle. Seattle's just trying to get them back on the respawn, but I mean, nobody on Seattle's picked up the EMP so far, so it's not making progress over that B zone, and you really need to time it correctly for Seattle. Just not able to do it. You're getting some kills repeatedly, but I mean, you lost a lot of members in the process, sent back to respawn, and I think you got to come up with a better plan than that. Seattle, they are all over the EMP grenade, but they don't know how to get it to the other side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, they just can't, their front men can't just, I mean, they're getting traded out. They're not finding quite the positioning that they want or need to, really get that push in there as safely as they would hope. Jaden kind of dodging, dipping, and diving over towards this top right. He's going to manage to stay alive, so Dallas, they're looking to try and get a little bit of a push going as Seattle, they had a few attempts there, and Dallas kind of forced back into defensive mode, but Jaden towards that top. He's going to get shut down from 2 players from Seattle. The device still over towards his P2. No one's picking it up right now because both teams, they really just cannot find much. Jason Roosevelt, though, they're going to pair up for a couple, make it Jace with 2, so 3 now down in the feed. Advantage in the positioning now a little bit towards Dallas. They're going to try and work this up towards P2. Roosevelt with another big kill. 3 again down in the feed for Seattle. Device finally going to be picked up by Roosevelt. They're trying to work this back towards blue, but he goes around the car and meets the Seattle player right there. So he gets shut down with the device. That push was, I mean, that ended just about as quickly as it started. Noble, he picked up the device. Oh my gosh, he's still alive. He is dipping and diving. Chase, he found 2 big kills on 2 players that were one shot, and my goodness. Both teams got a score, and well, both teams now cannot really find anything.
I really need this to go to a map 5, and I need Jace to get an ace so I can make a joke about Jace getting an ace. But I mean, we're about to have another Seattle score where it looked like that was going to happen, but I think Jaden just forces Seattle back. But they wrap it over, and they will get it. That A site is so tricky because you have a lane right to it that is occluded on all sides. Very difficult for the defensive team on that side to deal with. Seattle is up only 1 in the score count, though. It is not the end of the world. We still have another half to play for. You know Dallas wants to be with that bomb when the time expires. They will achieve at least that. They have one more opportunity to go for it. And I mean, Seattle's off the map. They just got to run it right into A. And it looks like they'll do that and tie it up, lickety split, and send us into the half with no clear direction on where this map is going.
I mean, what a late score by Dallas. That was some great 2 scores out of both those teams. I mean, Seattle, they hit the perfect wrap from red over towards mid-cut onto B. Keg got a big 3-piece in their spawn to shut those players down and force them. And like I said, those spawns have changed. He killed those 3 players back towards back green, and they were spawning up over, I mean, virtually on top of P2 in that red motel. So, I mean, the spawns, that's just how it is now. You get some big kills, you get rewarded for it in the spawns. And so, but I mean, Dallas, Seattle, they got that score, and they kind of backed up and kind of played like the half was over, and well, Dallas took advantage of it and scored as well. So 2-2, second half getting started. Team's gonna flip sides. I mean, you'd like to think Seattle is on the non-preferred side now, but I mean that can be a little bit of an argument. Banishable with a 360, he finds a big 2 kills, opening the lane for his team now. Device starting to get pushed up. Jace, though, he's got something to say about it. He's going to shut those 2 players down. Device going to be picked up by him, but Chernobyl, he finds 2. Make it 2 for Keg as well. He's just got to pick it up and run it in. And that's what he does, an early second half score for Seattle, and they take the lead once again.
Yeah, that's got to be so frustrating for Dallas. You had everybody there, and you just left one guy alive, and he just walks it right on into the point. Dallas, though, is shooting back with some renewed fury as they get it 3 down on the side of Seattle. They are moments away from picking up the EMP grenade, but they got to deal with these players coming over to plain wings. They do that, although Seattle has some pretty good lines of sight onto the EMP grenade. Finally able to pick it up, but Dallas will be right there to meet them. Would have to take a massive collapse for them to score at over Dallas at this point. But there you go. 2 Dallas members go down. Luckily, you have your respawn teammates on that A side of the map, but you still have more Seattle members than there are Dallas members. You see that number 6 in Roosevelt just going for the bomb, but he gets cut down. Dallas just cannot touch their own A zone. Seattle walks it right into it again. Dallas, A zone has proved to be a struggle for them.
I mean, yeah, this is one of those sides, you know, the side Dallas is on. If you get spawn trapped, that is probably the most frustrating thing that has ever happened to me in ranked play. Oh my gosh, Roosevelt. He finds 2 with the AR and finds 1 with the pistol as well. He's going crazy, but 2 kills going to follow up in the feed. Roosevelt's going to find another, but he gets traded out. I mean, Dallas, they're just trying to find something on this offensive push. They were shut down and virtually spawn trapped. Back in their spawn towards back blue, and I mean, they just cannot get any sort of push going, but a 3-piece from Jaden is going to help. Noble found a big 2. He's going to try and run this in. I don't know why he's shooting at him. You just got to run it in, brother. But he's tried to get it with the pistol, but I mean, the push was shut down by Banishable, and now Seattle on the counterattack over towards mid. And I mean, Dallas, I mean, they just can't find anything going on this offensive push when they got the device.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit of redemption arc coming through, though. If you get this number 4 in Noble, you might be able to get some momentum. They do just that. And now you see Dallas considering this B zone. The kills are going to need to come through, though. You have number 1 in Chernobyl watching it. A nice kill onto him might give you some clearance, but now you got to deal with the entire team fresh off of their respawns. Here you go, Joker with a nice little pistol kill, looking like James Bond. But again, same situation for Dallas. They just can get in eyesight of the zone, but can't get any further than that. Seattle knows how to defend their zones when they need to. The clock is dwindling. Dallas needs to figure out how to get at least 2 more overloads in this time period. But Seattle, I mean, they're going right for this B zone, and it looks like they are going to get it. Dallas has 1 minute and 30 seconds to get 3 scores to stay alive in the series.
Yeah, looking bleak. You've only got 1:20 to work with left. The kill's not going in your favor. The time not in your favor. The score not in your favor. Nothing in your favor except the power that you have of friendship. Anything's possible when you can get 4 dudes with the power of friendship together. They're going to find some good kills in the feed. They're going to start and trying to push this out. Well, maybe not. They're kind of just going to pause it here at the 50-yard line. Try and find a couple good kills to push this out. That's exactly what they do. They find a couple good kills, but 3 of them fall in the process. Jace, he's up here towards his front side. He's just going to do what he can, find a few kills, stall for his team to come up off spawn. That's exactly what he does. He is the front man going crazy right now. He finds another one. Make that now all 4 dead in the feed. Just pick up the device and run. Joker with the device in hand, trying to beat these Seattle's players. The stun is in, but not going to be enough. The score finally comes in, but you two only have 30 seconds remaining on the clock to get 2 scores. I think it's virtually impossible because when you score, it takes, I think, about 10 seconds for it to respawn at a new location. So I mean, Seattle, they're going to take it. Dallas, with a valiant effort in Chernobyl, going to take the man hostage. Rubbing salt in the wound.
That's dirty.
Yeah, that's dirty, but Seattle, I mean, they played great. Dallas, this was a close 3-0. I know it says 3-0 in the stat sheet, but not all 3-0s are created equal, and this is one of those that, I mean, it still could have gone either way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Dallas just had such a hard time getting that EMP grenade into the enemy zone. It's not like, I mean, like the KD's on Dallas' side a little bit uneven.